Berserk.
Berserker.
Berserker, excuse me.
Which I think the only reason it doesn't have E's in it is because there has been Berserker before.
Yeah, there's Berserk, though, the anime. It's out now. Yeah.
Ugh. We don't talk about anime.
We don't talk about anime?
We don't talk about anime.
Why not?
All right. Time for important breaking news.
So, let us discuss previews.
Let's kick up the recorder.
Okay.
Why are you starting there?
I'll just hand it back there. There's always extra stuff. You gotta talk about Free Comic Day Summer.
No, I'm not going to talk about Free Comic Book Day Summer.
Why not?
Abso-fucking-lutely not.
Why not?
Because I want this to be over with in 35 minutes.
You
or
don't want
less.
Raptor Rampage?
No. Let's talk about comics, man.
Okay.
I'm glad you pulled it too.
Looks good, actually. It's Rick Remender. Better be good.
Hi guys, I'm David.
And I'm Garen.
And we are the Printed Panel Podcast, and today we are recording previews number 383 by Diamond Comics.
This is August for October. So it's all 2 months in
August
advance.
for October.
So, Garen's going to get a little preachy real quick before we start. Can't help myself. If you are not telling your subscriber, if you're a subscriber, you're not telling your LCS in advance what you want, then you're cheating yourself. Not them, but you. Because if you wanted something strange, like you want Scumbag, this new book from Image coming out, and they're not getting it, they're not going to get any. Because you don't tell them.
This is, as the title suggests, this is the previews for comics, just like the coming soon previews in a movie.
Yep.
If you want to know what you're going to be interested in down the road,
Yep.
you really want to be reading previews.
This is a good thing. We talk about these things with you guys because we want you to see, and we're actually going to put some, and David's done this really good job. He's actually pulling images to actually put up as we're talking about it, which is pretty cool. But so start with the image because that's the first one in the book. We're talking about The Scumbag, #1 by Rick Remender. Kind of cool. It's
I like the line here. The story of Ernie Ray Clementine, a profane, illiterate, drug-addicted biker with a 5th grade education. He's the only thing standing between us and total Armageddon because this dummy accidentally received a power-imbibing serum, making him the world's most powerful super spy.
okay. We're moving on because it looks awful.
That's
but
amazing.
I can't wait. So.
It doesn't look awful. It looks. It's going to be funny. It's going to be tongue-in-cheek. It's going to be good.
And Rick Remender, one of the best comic book writers in the industry.
And I am
today.
shocked you marked this.
I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna try it out because hell yes, you get Walking Dead #1. Absolutely, and in color, why not?
Okay, so if
This
you
could
wanted,
be something that people don't buy, and you're gonna want for later on. I suggest getting 2 copies of #1. Just saying.
if you look at buying the black and white copy of the original Walking Dead, you're going to spend $2,000 for a decent
2 to
copy.
5. Yeah.
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 For an 8 to a 9, you're going to
Yep.
spend $2,000.
Yep.
They're actually reprinting the entire Walking Dead series
Yep.
under the heading Walking Dead Deluxe. And when I first pitched this out on Let's Talk Comics on Facebook, this asshole and Brad Duncan attacked me like this is the dumbest fucking thing ever.
No
So
one
I'm
said that.
Yes, you did.
I did
yes,
not say
you
that.
did.
I said it's just a clear money
And-
grab.
and then-
it is a good.
And
money
then we're
grab.
standing in the shop with the guys who are normally here when I'm here, and I'm sorry I don't know their names, and they're like, I think The Walking Dead looks better in black and white. I'm not buying that dumb color bullshit. Fine, you may be right. But here's why it's awesome. They're calling it deluxe for a reason. It's not just that it has been colored in by Dave McCaig. It also features variant covers and additional content that wasn't in the original issue.
Right.
They know the selling power of The Walking Dead. You're basically getting Walking Dead extra.
Right.
And so I think a lot of fans are going to jump on it. I think it's going to surprise shops that they're going to be able to sell 193 issues of this comic.
To be fair, once I saw this, once I read the blurb, then I realized this is actually not a bad thing. So we're gonna try this out.
Dick.
So anyway, we're gonna try this out.
It's hard to be a visionary sometimes. Like, no, this is really cool. No, fuck you, it's stupid. No, really, it's cool. No,
So
fuck
anyway-
you, it's
so
stupid.
anyway,
there was
next-
all sorts of nerd shaming.
Anyway, the next one I have is Commanders in Crisis, which I think you have as well.
I do. I'm actually pretty excited about
Steve
Commanders in
Orlando, good
Crisis.
writer, but let's look at the covers. Cover B is Steven Sapanik, Steven Sayek. Cover C is Pete Momoko. Cover G is Mirka Andolfo.
Yeah.
Come on, this is going to be fantastic. Even
So-
if the book is awful, the covers are going to be insane.
They liken this to Doom Patrol and Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
And an image capes and tights book
It's rare.
with some talent behind it's really good. Like I'm stupid excited about it.
I actually posted a little bit about this. There's a page in here which is pretty cool. It's called Page to Screen. This is pretty neat because there've been a lot of books that have come out. People don't realize were comic books first. Old Guard was one. People didn't know the comic book. They didn't. People know that Kingsman was called the Secret Service first, or that.
And it was pressed out by Marvel.
It was?
Yeah.
It was Icon, you're right.
Yeah.
That was Marvel, yeah.
Nemesis was, Mark Millar was working for Marvel. He did Nemesis and
Kick-Ass.
Was Kick-Ass Marvel?
Yeah, it was Icon.
Oh, so.
But Icon wasn't Marvel, technically. It was in the independent version of Marvel.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, if you look at the Old Guard, they look at Happy, look at, say, Wanted. These are comic books first.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about this. So, anyway, I parked that out just simply so people talk about it. But
I marked Big Girls #3.
because we haven't tried one yet.
We haven't got issue 1 yet, but I have a feeling, damn it,
Yep.
anything kaiju and women turn into 300 feet tall.
Shoot, #4. The first one was really good. So let's kind of see where it goes from here. Decorum #6.
You may have me one back over to it by then.
We'll see.
Department of the Truth #2 by James Tynion IV.
Our good friend James Tynion
He's not our good friend. He doesn't know us. He doesn't know who we are. Stop.
We're friends with him. He doesn't
We
know
are
yet,
not.
but we're best friends.
We are not.
So,
Stop.
This is Die
It's
14.
creepy at this point. Stop.
Die #14. Very excited about this. Been a fantastic run so far. Firepower. Been awesome.
By Kirkman and Samney.
Yes. Then we have Philadelphia #9. Cannot wait for Philadelphia.
Okay, so I have to admit I'm wrong about something. I dropped The Marked.
Yeah.
I think I did it as a budget cut more than I didn't enjoy the
Right.
book.
We both kind of liked it, but we were both like, it's just not that great to keep.
So I needed to order a couple of things that I missed from an online retailer and couldn't find them here locally at all. And I threw in the first trade paperback because they had a good deal on it.
Sure.
And have been reading through it casually. And God, I wish I hadn't given up on it.
Okay.
I've still got the first few issues. I may try to just actually find the issues and fill back in and then pass.
That's part of what we do, though. I mean,
Yeah.
and there have been plenty of times when you've gone, man, we shouldn't have dropped that. We should pick it back up.
Yeah.
Moonshine #22 is coming out. Very, very excited about that one. It's been a fantastic run. Sea of Stars #8. Do you have that on your list?
I told you I wasn't picking up the second run.
I think you're crazy. I think it's going to be fantastic. And, of course, Stillwater by Zdarsky and Perez. I think we both
Which
talked about getting #1.
We haven't seen the first one yet.
And That Texas Blood #5. Clearly, it's a good book. We're definitely going to continue with it. I have, of course, Undercover Country #9 on there as well.
So do I.
Now, I have, when you go to Dark Horse,
I have literally no Dark Horse books.
Norse mythology, which has been pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed.
All right, so I don't like being negative, but I'm going to take a moment. Neil Gaiman wrote Norse mythology as a book. If you've ever read the Prose Edda, Neil Gaiman is a plagiarizing bastard. Now, he does do some unique and different things, and this is the comic book version of mythology. So I thought about picking this up because I love mythology, and I think some people don't have the capacity to sit and read through like the Prose Edda, because it's the formatting of it's difficult for them.
Sure.
And I do think Neil Gaiman is making mythology a little bit more palatable for people who wouldn't normally take the time to read it.
Well, this is doing something really cool too. Is it gives Mike Mignola another something to do besides Hellboy BPRD, which is pretty great. But Jerry Ordway coming back to this is pretty great too. Jerry Ordway hasn't been around for a long time in comics, and I'm kind of excited to see him come back. True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys National Anthem. True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys is another one of those Gerard Way books. It was very, very good. I'm excited they're finally bringing something back. So it's been several years since that one came out. As for Dark Horse, is that it? No. Colonel Weird, Cosmogog.
I know your list better than you do because I pulled art for
That's
it.
right, Cosmogog.
Colonel Weird is probably my favorite
Character from
Black
that run.
Hammer
Yeah.
character. And I mean, he's obviously Adam Strange for that world. But a lot of fun for him to be getting a standalone. Aren't
Bang.
you skipping one?
I think so. Oh, Bill and Ted Are Doomed. Yeah, so I'm such a goober when it comes to Bill and Ted. Man, I love those movies. I love stuff they've done, and Bill and Ted Are Doomed just looks fantastic. So, I'm not gonna do X-Ray Robot because honestly, I'm not sure if I was really into it that much to begin with. But Bang number 4 looks phenomenal. Finally coming back with Hidden Society number 4, which was a good run before, and of course the Orville number 2 launch day. We just found out yesterday Orville is being canceled after season 3 on Hulu.
Really?
Yes, it's one of those that supposedly, essentially, they're making room for the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy that they're going to be doing. But canceling Orville, I think, is very short-sighted. I think they're kind of foolish, but hopefully someone else picks it up. But yeah.
Well, Hulu is Fox, which is Disney-owned.
Technically, it's Disney 100% now, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Which is very disappointing because it's like, you bought this program, at least give it to the middle of the 3rd season to see how it goes, because you may find fans that are just dying for it.
I am very hungry for season 3.
Yeah, me too. So we go to IDW. I have Kanto Hollow Man Part 305, and then I skip to...
I can't believe you're going to read Last Ronin, but you're not picking up TMNT. So I have TMNT. In October, we'll get the 2nd issue of Last Ronin and issue number 110 of TMNT. And I swear to God, I'm going to get that copy of Raphael and Alapex on a motorcycle and frame that shit and put it on my wall. That's amazing. That's like 3 of my favorite things all in one place.
So 3 of your favorite things. I'm going to go with, especially with IDW, I have Star Trek Year 5, number 16. And of course, by that point, the Deep Space Nine Too Long to Sacrifice will be out in, has already been out in single issue format. A lot of people are going to be looking forward to Batman The Max Arkham Dreams. It's the softcover release. I think a lot of people are going to really want that book. So I'm not that guy. It was okay.
So moving over to Boom Studios.
Boom is got a great
Dune
month.
House Atreides number 1 of 12.
Cannot wait. If you didn't get to read Frank Herbert's son, Brian Herbert, who doing the Dune books continuing after he had died, he did Paul, which is House Atreides. He did House Harkonnen. I mean, there's I think 9 or 10 books he did total, which are all basically continuing on the storyline. I cannot wait to see how this goes because this is one of my favorite stories of all time. I love Dune. Love it.
And then we get over to Keanu Reeves and Matt Kent's Berserker. I can't decide what this book's actually about. Like, clearly this is a Conan-esque character, but this is like modern,
And coincidentally, it looks like Keanu Reeves. It's weird.
It's supposed to. It's Keanu.
So,
Interesting. I think just between movies, he's a real life action hero. He's just going on.
Well, he's pretty amazing. The things he does for people. I think it's gonna be interesting to see if they do a movie based on this after John Wick is finally done. So, I have also We Only Find Them When They're Dead, number 2, and of course Wind, number 5.
I missed Wind in pulling this, and you're like, I said, give me all the things that aren't on my list, and you're like, Wind number 5, and I'm like, oh, how did I miss that?
Red Mother, number 9.
Well, you missed Faithless 2,
number 5. 2, number 5. Yeah,
and then Red Mother, number 9.
Yeah. Part of me wants to get the Klaus the Laughing Down Santa Claus because it's Grant Morrison, and it's really weird. But the art is amazing. We actually have the book here. Some of the early stuff here is fantastic. But we get and skip to the 2 of my favorite books of all time from Boom. Once and Future, number 12. And Something's Killing Children, number 11.
12 should be the end of the second
story
arc.
Yeah.
But it might also be the end of the series. It doesn't say that here.
Doesn't say that, and they're not saying to conclude it.
I am totally fine with it being ongoing.
Yeah. Kieran Gillen, you had me at number 1, so we'll keep going, buddy. So, fantastic. Another more of the panel to small screen. We've got The Boys, and you've got Popeye, Barbarella, Asterisk. These are kind of cool, especially if you're looking for something like, hey, I've seen that. What's a good book to read from it? It's a good place to go. And most people don't realize that, but Atomic Blonde was also a book. Mm-hmm. So also a comic. People didn't realize it either, so pretty fantastic. I have one from Blaze.
I did want to point out, and I knew you would stop at a Blaze.
Yeah.
I did want to point out that the Unsacred Volume 1 hardcover with additional behind-the-scenes material from Mark Gandolfo is there. If this is in the store, will I pick it up? Yeah.
Of course. I'm sure it will be because it's Mark Gandolfo.
$25.
Yeah. That's not bad for a hardcover book. Not bad at all. So, especially if it included, 12 issues? Or is it 8 issues?
I don't know.
Anyway.
It is wrapping soon.
The Sumerian People of the Black Circle, this is number 3. Number 3, yeah. That's been pretty great. And that kind of skip a little bit. Next, I've got now. I put this one on here because again, I love Dune. There's a Dune book by Abrams Comic Arts. This is Dune Book 1 graphic novel, and I'm not sure when this was made. I've never seen this before, so I think it's maybe reprinting. So let's see. But then we have. Now I'm surprised you're not doing. Are you doing We Live or no? Oh, you started at the very beginning.
So I'm starting at the very beginning of Aftershock with
okay.
Sympathy for No Devils #1.
Yeah.
Last Human on Earth is a detective and figuring out why the Colossals have been killed. Like, I'm into it. Totally sign me up.
So
Disaster Inc. #4.
Yep.
Dead Day #4.
Yeah.
I love that those are running concurrent.
were you just not interested in We Live? It looked
The
pretty
art
good.
looks amazing. It kind of.
The story looks pretty good too. I mean, it's only children left over, and anyway, it's pretty cool.
It may be wonderful. I just didn't.
Aftershock has really done some fantastic stuff. They really, truly have.
Moving over to AWA Upshot.
American Ronin looks really, really good. The storyline looks excellent.
The art looks excellent.
I don't know if Bad Mother's going to be good or not. I'm probably going to have it on the list because if #1 is excellent, then I'm going to go from there.
And then Grendel, Kentucky.
Yeah, we talked about that last time.
I have such a feeling it's going to be a really good book.
Yeah.
I went ahead and listed Grendel, Kentucky #2.
Did you like Devil's Highway or no? You didn't like Devil's Highway? We like Devil's Highway.
Yeah, I love Devil's
Okay, so
Highway.
what-
I just missed it.
Okay, yeah, we'll have that on there too. And for me, that's kind of almost it.
No, I've got a few more.
We have Vault.
So I've got The Devil's Red Bride #1
Yep.
from Vault.
Mm-hmm.
Looks fantastic. Pretty much if it's something Japanese,
Mm-hmm.
Ninja Samurai, I'm
You're
in.
gonna do Giga or Gaga.
I thought about it because I like kaiju
I mean,
stuff
it's
too.
a Voltron-esque. But we'll definitely gonna stick with Lead Them Dry #4, Money Shot #9, and of course,
Vampire the Masquerade.
yeah. Now, Vampire the Masquerade. Let's talk a little about that. Tim Seeley's doing it with Blake Howard. Now, if you know the last name Howard, you know Teenie Howard because we talk about Teenie a lot. We adore her. This is her husband Blake, who actually has been involved with Vampire the Masquerade and the White Wolf Project for a very, very long time. We actually got some advanced screeners. We're going to check out, kind of see what the book is like. And honestly, the early stuff looked really good. But if Tim Seeley is with it as well, it is going to be genuinely a phenomenal book because it's Tim Seeley.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Who has written Chastity and Hack Slash.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Amongst other myriad of things. Yeah.
But I mean, his vampire lore is pretty strong. Okay, so I'm gonna just say for the Marvel portion of previews, just freaking yes. Like there's very little in here that I don't want.
There's only a couple things I added that you didn't get, like Captain America.
Yeah, it was 2. It was Captain America and Daredevil, and literally
Everything else is
were
like
one
yes,
for one.
yes. So you even got Spider Woman in there, which has impressed the hell out of me. I love Spider Woman. So did you try number 2?
You love Spider Women?
Spider Women's, but Spider Woman.
I did.
Did you like it? Okay.
2 was very good.
Okay, I thought you did. Okay, cool.
So we open on Ten of Swords Stasis #1. Looks amazing. Did you notice that this character's name is classified?
But didn't we see this character in the X-Men Empire books? I could have sworn that was who was opening up the Vulcan.
I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, interesting.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Wolverine #6, X-Force #13,
Now remember,
Marauders
Wait,
#13.
back up. Wolverine #6 is Ten of Swords 3. Ten of Swords 4 is X-Force 13. Then #5 is Marauders 13. #6 is Hellion 6. So it goes that way.
#7 is New Mutants.
I think some people were so afraid they were going to have
Nope.
an Ten of Swords and then the other series. No.
For those of you who are
It's all
just
wrapping
reading
up.
1 or 2 of the X titles, you're going to have to step your game up. And I'll be honest, after you read a few issues of this, you're not going to want to drop it.
Talking to you, Adam. I think unfortunately you're going to have to get all of them.
Yep.
Sorry, bud.
Cable #5, Excalibur #13, X-Men #13. Again, Ten of Swords, Stasis #1.
Yep.
And then moving over, Amazing Spider-Man. Now, so I was getting ready to sell issues 1 through 36 of Amazing Spider-Man because Nick Spencer's Spider-Man started out good, and then he seems to get really bogged down in the relationship between Boomerang and Peter Parker, which I'm like, oh God, stop. But I have actually purchased 37 through 45 that's out now, and I'll be picking up Spider-Man Ongoing because I think 50 is going to be fantastic.
Yep.
And then
50.
Last Remains,
Yeah.
50.LR,
Point LR.
Last Remains. then issue 51 and 51 Last Remains.
Yeah, this is pretty good looking stuff.
Speaking of good looking,
Spider-Woman number 100.
no, it's number 5.
Well, it's number 5, but in legacy numbering, it's 100.
100, right?
Yeah.
So there's a
Another-
I'm stupid.
another fantastic
I'm so
Greg
stupid.
Land
Hold
cover.
on. We got to back up. So for every one of the X books, so Wolverine, there's an Alex Ross Wolverine Timeless variant cover. For X-Force,
I wonder if
there's
you're going to talk about that
there's
at
a
all.
Beast Alex Ross Timeless cover. There's an Iceman for Marauders.
Phoenix for
Hellions. Colossus for New Mutants. Not one for Cable. Nightcrawler for Excalibur.
Cyclops for
X-Men. Then moving over to Spider-Man, you get
You already had it right in front.
Spider-Man for issue 50.
Yeah.
And then on Spider-Woman, there is an Alex Ross Timeless variant. Now, the reason I like these is these are the classic outfits for each one of these characters.
Yeah.
And if you were to pick up each one of these, you would almost have like a portrait gallery of all of the Marvel characters.
Funny enough, that portrait gallery is on the wall at Marvel right now.
Yeah. So
then we have one of the awesomeness here. J.J. Abrams' Spider-Man number 5 of 5 is finally going to be out in October.
I gotta admit, I'm not excited about it. It has been so long since issue 3 dropped.
So what we'll do is, before issue 4 hits, which is going to be in it's September, we'll go ahead and redo another deep dive again.
Yeah.
Just a quick, hey, this happened in 1, this happened in 2, this happened in 3. Now you're caught up. Now 4 will be out soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think that's the absolute right thing to do.
Now, are we going to talk about
Let's
the
talk about.
Warhammer?
I don't know that I'm going to pull it. I am going to let a couple of my Warhammer friends know. Marvel Comics is publishing Warhammer 40K comics. Marinus Calgar is going to be coming out. It's a 5-part series, but putting Space Marines in the Marvel Universe is a big deal. And it's not just a big deal because they're getting a gaming universe. It's a big deal because they also got Aliens and Predator. So potentially we could finally see there is a very knockoff version of Aliens, the Xenomorphs, in the Warhammer 40K universe. This could be the first time that we could see licensing where 40K Space Marines are fighting true Xenomorphs. And they'll lose.
The other big licensing thing we have too is Ultraman. That's a huge license deal for Marvel. And again, now we have Ultraman, can we have Rom the Space Knight back? I'm just saying.
They already own Rom the Space Knight.
Well, it's with IDW, which is still owned by Marvel at this point. So, yeah. Very, very, very much looking for Iron Man by Chris Cantwell.
Chris Cantwell.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a little boring of late, but Chris Cantwell is an amazing writer. I think
he's fighting Korvac.
Yeah, Korvac. Exactly.
He's fighting Korvac.
He's fighting an immortal. Yeah. Should be kind of fun to watch. Fantastic
Four 25.
Look.
You
Black
get your
Bolt.
Black Bolt,
There you go.
Alex Ross Timeless Classic variant.
And with Iron Man, we got the Iron Man Timeless too.
Yeah. So I wasn't really interested in Fantastic Four Antithesis until I briefly realized that they have the power cosmic in Antithesis.
Right.
And
Not sure. Number one in the when talking about number 1, we don't know why they got the power cosmic. So that's what's interesting. So
I may pick up Antithesis just to go why do we have the power cosmic?
And by the way, I will say this: we've had people that have asked us, why do you keep doing so much capes and tights? That's what we love.
Well, they can kiss my ass. I like capes and tights. If you don't like capes and tights, don't listen to this.
But if you pay attention, we talked about tons of other non-capes and tights, probably almost twice as much as we do for the capes and tights stuff.
Guys, if you are Thai and you don't care for capes and tights stuff, cool.
Yeah.
Because I read plenty of indie stuff and plenty of crime-based stuff and all. We could still talk comics without.
And I'll be willing to bet my good friend Tyler is going to wind up getting Chris Cantwell's Iron Man because he has been reading Dr. Doom, but it's Chris Cantwell. For him, it's about the indie, but it's about the writer. And also artists as well, because also I guess Mark Gandolfo. But it is definitely about writers as well, which is very important. We do capes and tights because that's what we love.
I should be the president of the Mark Gandolfo fan club.
You should.
I really should.
We should do that thing.
So I'm picking up Juggernaut number 2.
Savage Avenger number 13.
And Savage Avengers 13, which There's been a hiatus on Savage Avengers for a while.
And Shang-Chi. Number 2, we get the timeless cover as well. I love Shang-Chi. I can't wait for it.
I can't believe Alex Ross painted Liu Kang.
We're just going to walk on.
The Maestro, number 3.
Are you not going to do Werewolf by Night, Roland? There's
No.
like 4 issues.
No.
This should be a lot of fun.
No.
I love Werewolf by
No.
Night. Because isn't that J. Jonah Jameson Jr., right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Okay, he's cool.
Immortal Hulk, 38 and 39.
Can we talk about Alex Ross and how awesome he is with his art? I mean, look, going after the different Hulks.
Well, that you notice he didn't do a classic Hulk because he's doing the regular covers. Like
Look, that's a classic Hulk right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Avengers 37.
Yeah, Captain America 24.
You'll get Captain America.
Looks
24.
like we're going to have a Return of Red Skull. How could we not? Doctor Doom number 8. Man, very, very excited about that.
Now, I'm really sort of interested in this. And I did not rip this out. This fell out all on its own because it said, I want to hang on your wall. I didn't pull it out. But
King in Black.
The King in Black. Now, it's not advertising this in this issue, but if this is their next event after Empire,
Yeah.
like Absolute Carnage, I will probably pick up
We
the
know
King
there's
in
also
Black.
doing a Dark Ages, which comes at the end of the year as well. So I think Dark Ages and King in
I
Black are
thought
gonna-
Winter. No,
Well,
that's DC. That's DC. My bad.
Endless Winter is DC. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Thor by 90 Cates, number 8.
Okay, so I don't normally read a whole lot about the blurbs at the bottom, but the fact that basically if you come to Broxton, Oklahoma, you can pick up Mjolnir for yourself. I mean, this basically to me, this says this guy is pretending to be Thor for the day and getting beat up by a troll.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But Timeless variant.
Timeless Thor variant.
Let's see. Daredevil for me, I got Daredevil number 23, but Strange Academy number 4.
Strange Academy number 4.
Fantastic stuff. Conan is back. Conan the Barbarian number 15 is back. It's only been a 6-month hiatus.
Yep, Jim Zub, writing, amazing.
Oh,
And then the official handbook of the Conan Universe Anniversary Edition.
Yep. And this, I believe, is the oversized magazine size.
Yeah.
Yes. Star Wars number 7.
Yep, Star Wars Darth Vader number 6.
Yep. Bounty
You're
Hunters
doing
number
Bounty
6.
Hunters.
Yep. I'm not doing Dr. Aphra because I'm just not that interested in Dr. Aphra, so it's fine. But yeah, whatever.
God, just all of the Marvel. I mean, like, there's very little in there. We could have talked about the things we weren't getting quicker than we could have talked about all the things.
Yeah,
we
Venom
were
is one
getting.
thing. Venom and Champions just not getting. Nothing
I
personal.
was surprised you didn't pick up Champions.
I like the characters. I'm already doing so much. I can't. And I have to cut myself off at some point, and that's kind of me cutting myself off. That's like I'm not doing the Miles Morales book anymore. I'm not doing Champions anymore. I'm not doing Venom, even though they're great books. It's just not. I'm just not interested that much. So yeah. DC. No, we're talking about DC later.
Well, we're going to be doing our own separate episode for DC Connect number 3.
So we have DC Connect. We're actually going to show you kind of page by page kind of what's going on.
Out
with
of
that as well.
respect for the separation between
Yeah.
Diamond and DC, we're not going to run them together. Plus, it makes for shorter episodes, which makes for easier viewing for you all. And if you don't care for DC, you can avoid it entirely. Whereas if you're only an indie guy, you have to hear about Marvel during this. Although,
Was
actually,
it 26 minutes we did this in?
Yeah.
High five. Bam. Ow. So.
Ow.
So yeah, 26 minutes, not bad at all.
Softest hands I've ever felt on a man. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening, watching, whatever.
Not that soft.
Softest hands I've ever felt on a man.
That's not true. Gotta be somewhat softer.
Bring you out and make you work on the container.